Jerry Lewis was born Joseph or Jerome Levitch on March 16, 1926 and died on August 20, 2017. He was an American actor, comedian, singer, film producer, film director, screenwriter, and humanitarian. He was known for his slapstick humor in film, television, stage and radio. He and Dean Martin were partners as the hit popular comedy duo of Martin and Lewis. Following that success, he was a solo star in motion pictures, nightclubs, television shows, concerts, album recordings, and musicals. Lewis served as national chairman of the Muscular Dystrophy Association and hosted the live Labor Day weekend broadcast of the Jerry Lewis MDA telethon for 44 years. He received several awards for a lifetime achievement from the American Comedy Awards, Los Angeles Film Critics Association, Venice Film Festival and Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, and was honored with 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. His father, Daniel Levitch (1902–1980), was a master of ceremonies and vaudeville entertainer who used the professional name Danny Lewis. His mother, Rachel Ray Levitch (née Brodsky), was a piano player for a radio station. Lewis started performing at age 5 and would often perform alongside his parents in the Catskill Mountains in New York State. By 15, he had developed his record act, in which he exaggeratedly mimed the lyrics to songs on a phonograph. He used the professional name Joey Lewis but soon changed it to Jerry Lewis to avoid confusion with comedian Joey Lewis and heavyweight boxing champion Joe Louis. Lewis then dropped out of Irvington High School in the 10th grade. He was a character even in his teenage years, pulling pranks in his neighborhood including sneaking into kitchens to steal fried chicken and pies. During World War II, he was rejected for military service because of a heart murmur. Lewis initially gained attention as part of a double act with singer Dean Martin, who served as straight man to Louis' zany antics in the Martin and Louis comedy team. The performers were different from most other comedy acts of the time because they relied on their interaction instead of planned skits. After forming in 1946, they quickly rose to national prominence, first with their popular nightclub act, next as stars of their own program The Martin and Lewis Show on the NBC Red Network. The two men made many appearances on early live television, their first on the June 20, 1948. Debut broadcast of Toast of the Town on CBS, later officially renamed The Ed Sullivan Show on September 25, 1955. Martin and Lewis in an episode of the Colgate Comedy Hour. This was followed on October 3, 1948 by an appearance on the NBC series Welcome Aboard, then a stint as the first of a series of hosts of the Colgate Comedy Hour in 1950. Just before appearing on the Colgate Comedy Hour, Lewis hired Norman Lear and Ed Simmons to become regular writers for the Martin and Louis bits. The duo began their Paramount film careers as ensemble players in My Friend Irma, 1949, based on the popular radio series of the same name. This was followed by a sequel, My Friend Irma Goes West, 1950. Starting with At War with the Army, 1950, Martin and Lewis were the stars of their own vehicles in 14 additional titles. That's My Boy, 1951, Sailor Beware, 1952, Jumping Jacks, 1952, also appearing in the Crosby and Hope film, Road to Bali as cameos, The Stooge, 1952, Scared Stiff, 1953, The Caddy, 1953. Money from Home, 1953, Living It Up, 1954, Three Ring Circus, 1954, You're Never Too Young, 1955, Artists and Models, 1955, and Partners, 1956, at Paramount, ending with Hollywood or Bust, 1956. All 16 movies were produced by Hal B. Wallace, attesting to the comedy team's popularity. DC Comics published the best-selling The Adventures of Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis comics from 1952 to 1957. In 1954, the team appeared on episode 191 of What's My Line as mystery guests. As Martin's roles in their films became less important over time, the partnership came under strain. Martin's participation became an embarrassment in 1954 when Look magazine published a publicity photo of the team for the magazine cover but cropped Martin out. The partnership ended on July 24, 1956. Both Martin and Lewis went on to successful solo careers, and neither would comment on the split nor consider a reunion. They made occasional public appearances together until 1961, but were not seen together again until a surprise reunion on a muscular dystrophy telethon in 1976, arranged by Frank Sinatra. Jerry died at 91 years old.